So it's things that you wouldn't necessarily think of as being chemistry. So when you go in your kitchen and you cook, you heat up food, you might make a drink, it's all chemistry. We're all doing chemistry in our houses, in our kitchens all the time. So it's the sort of unusual bits of chemistry, the unusual bits that you might not necessarily think of as being scientific, but actually it has a real bearing. So we've been looking at the sweets in the Harry Potter books and how we can use them as a basis for the sweets that we can buy on the high street now. And looking a little bit at the chemistry behind them, and some of the students have been making them, we've been tasting them. So it's been kind of a fun day of chemistry.
And why do you think it's so important to encourage kids to be excited about science?
So I think science kind of still gets a bit of a bad reputation. I first became interested in chemistry because I kind of had a spark. Something happened to me. I got a chemistry set when I was younger and I absolutely loved it. I had an amazing teacher when I was studying, and that's really what gave me the impetus to study chemistry. And I think if students have that interest, if they have that spark, then you never lose it. You never stop being curious, basically. And I think it's really important to talk about chemistry in a way that people understand. It's not scary, everyone can get involved with it. Everybody does it on a daily basis, but doesn't necessarily know that they are doing chemistry in their home.
And today we were learning whether or not we're super tasters. What is that, and is that something we can do at home?
It's something that you can't necessarily check at home. There's fun tests that you can do. You can count the number of little bumps on your tongue. So if you get a little piece of paper and you put a hole punch in the bit of paper and you pop it over your tongue, you can count the number of little bumps. They're called fungiform papillae. So the fungi bit is because if you blow them up, they look like little mushrooms. And they're where all of your taste receptors are. So if you have a lot of those, you're probably going to be a super taster. So if you count those bumps on your tongue, then the more of those, then you'll definitely be a super taster. But it's a really fun way of telling people that not everybody tastes food in the same way. So if I taste something, it's not necessarily going to taste the same to you, the same to anybody else.